Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part one. I'm not sure how many parts it is yet. I think it's going to be like 14 parts. So if you saw the preview video, I basically got 6 massive boxes of comics, and I kind of sorted through them a little bit to kind of figure out where all the books are and so forth. But it was really the comic unboxing from hell. It was a brutal a brutal situation where I thought on multiple occasions I had lost all the books, like everything. But fortunately, they all arrived. It was a safe thing, but there was a lot of hiccups along the way. Um, and this is part one. I'm going to show you some pretty cool stuff in this first part. This one's a bit more of a spicy, spicy episode, and I'll show you what I mean by that. In the preview, I actually showed this book. I had to censor it. But this was Bear, Blair, Barry Blair, sorry, Barry Blair's art book called Nymphets. And it's a really cool book, actually. I wish I could show you inside, but it's just pretty much all nude, and it's just too much to censor. But I figured I'd show you the cover. He did a series called Elf Lord, and it's really quite good. Just fun, if you like Elf Quest, similar idea. And he was a Canadian artist. He died young, but he did a lot of really cool books. He actually had his own publishing house. But sadly he died young. I managed to not only get this book, but I actually picked up some original art by him, and I'm going to show you that as well. And there are a bit of nudity, so if you're a little sensitive to nudity, there is a bit of nudity, but I'm not going to censor it. I will show it. It's nicely done though. It's not like over the top. Okay, so this is the first piece. It's a smaller painting, but I just thought it was really nice. And these were actually fairly inexpensive. I was surprised how affordable they were, considering they're original art pieces by the artist. And there's this one with these kind of mimes. I just thought it was really cute. I really like his art style, so they're quite big. I was paying anywhere from $30 to $60 for each of these, to give you a sense of how much they were. And for original art, that seems so cheap. For a well-known artist. He's not like some unknown artist too. He's well-known, and you can't buy any more of his stuff because he's no longer. Sadly, I did really appreciate his artwork. I thought this one was really great. Kind of like wearing a bubble helmet. Just a really great one. I think it's supposed to be like Mysterio. Really cool cover, like artwork. And they're quite large. You can see. I mean, they're all done with. It looks like pen and ink plus watercolor. So we got this one. I thought was really great. We got, like, again, the 2 mimes and the Riddler, a female version of the Riddler. I thought this one was quite nice. I mean, the colors on it are quite good. Just I'm not sure if the video is doing it justice. These are quite nice, actually. Yeah, just really, they show, like, in person, they're really nice. Okay, this is the one that's a little bit more spicy, but as I said, it's nude, but not really. I'll show you what I mean. It's just they're wearing see-through clothes. So, but yeah, it's a great bondage one. Again, these were, as I said, between $30 and $60 each. This was one of the more expensive ones. It's quite large, and it's a great bondage cover. I just thought this one was so awesome. A bondage piece, I should say. Bondage painting. So I thought it was really great. So I was quite happy to get these. So that's the next one. And this one's also a bit spicier. I think she's in space. She's, I think, not sure if she's supposed to be like like Doctor Strange or something. I'm not sure what she's doing, but some mystic, very, very sexy. I think they're really cute. I like his art style. I think it's really cute and but sexy. So I just think it's really great. And this was actually the first one I saw. Thought it was interesting. She's doing like ballet or something, or gymnastics. I'm not sure. These are quite large. You can see that they're quite big. It's hard to show on like the full thing, but they're quite large. And this one's a little smaller. I think I showed this in the preview video, but I figure I'll show it again. So that's the Barry Blair collection that I picked up. But also, I figured, hey, that's not enough spicy stuff for one video. So I figured I should show you a couple other collections that I picked up. And these are quite spicy. These are quite old too. These are from the 30s and 40s. And these are original Tijuana Bibles. And Tijuana Bibles, if you're not familiar with them, were these kind of pocket-sized books, which had like wow, this one has like a dog with a woman. Oh my goodness. They're very spicy. You know, very naughty stuff. I can't even show anything in this one. So basically what they would do is they weren't actually printed in Tijuana, but they pretended that they were from Mexico, because Mexico, you know, is known for more spicy stuff. And they were actually printed in the United States. And the reason they were called Bibles, it was kind of a play on, you know, a sort of a naughty version of a Bible, right? They're pocket-sized. So these are quite interesting. So this one is, they're all like popular cartoon characters in naughty situations. And this is Count Screwloose in Decoyed. Okay, so that's that one. And I picked up a collection. It was a full collection of these. So, and this is Moon Mullins in Nerds. Can I show anything in these? Oh yeah, this one I can show a little bit. So they're very short. They're only like maybe like usually about 5 to 6 pages. This one's 8 pages, a little bit longer. But they're, yeah, very, very adult inside. So that's Moon Mullins. And this is Sapo or Capo. Yeah, I think it's Sapo. Sapo in Haunted. And you can see, like, kind of, this is the kind of style. They're all black and white, very crude, very primitive looking. And they're usually like this, just, as I said, just a couple pages stapled together. And they, as I said, they always are popular characters. And this is Joe Palooka in 10 and Out. And then we have, this one is an interesting one, The Rubber Salesman. And what's this one like inside? Actually, this one's not, oh, oops, no, it's actually more spicy than I thought. You didn't look at it correctly. But you got, you know, little thing and it ends with that. So, and there's spicy stuff in between. I can't really show it. It can be spicy, but not that spicy. And then we got Cornhole Productions presents J. Wellington Wimpy. And what is it? You Bring the Ducks. Director Elmore Zilch. I don't know. I'm totally messing that up probably. And again, you get these kind of, oh, whoops. That's Wimpy from Popeye. So yeah, he was showing a little bit more than I thought there. Oops. Oops. Hopefully that didn't show. Then we got Rose's Bow in Oh. not sure about this character. I don't know who he is. But he is doing well with the ladies. So that's inside. Then we got the radio salesman. I almost have to censor the cover on this one. So yeah. And this is what I was actually searching for. I was actually looking for a Tijuana Bible of Tilly the Taller. So this is the one I actually made me find this whole lot of Tijuana Bibles. And they got a great deal on them. So they're quite rare. You know, you'll find a bunch on eBay, but finding them, like, you know, they usually go for a fair amount. You know, like $20-$30 each. It's, you know, not hundreds of dollars, but, you know. But I picked up this whole lot for $100. It wasn't too bad. So this is Tilly the Taller and Daddy. Great stuff. Okay. And then we got Dixie Dugan. What is this one? Torrid Tessie presents Dixie Dugan and Pretty Potent. Very potent, I should say. That's cool. And they all have these numbers on them. So this one is number 5. I'm not sure how it works. I think there must have been a numbering system where there were different episodes. So this is number 6. And then we have Etta Ket in Endorsed. This is number 1. Can I show anything in this one? They're so hard to show anything. Oh, this one, yeah. Okay. You can see, I'll show a little bit of the artwork inside. They're all pretty, pretty spicy. You know, I imagine these were probably even expensive back in the day. Because they would be probably very counter, you know, contraband or whatever it's called. And then we have Major Hoople in that's number 10. Let's see. I always try to find a page that I can show. Oh yeah, I can show this first page. So, and this last page, something I can show. Nope. I tried. And then we got Phil Fumble. So as I said, all like these kind of popular characters from the 30s, and these actually ran all the way into the 50s. They would print them out. This one's quite interesting. Okay. Very interesting one inside. Okay. Then we got Jungle Jim. He's a famous character. It Goes Straight. What's this one all about? It's him with some Chinese guy. Very racially stereotyped. Okay, interesting. And I guess I got 2 copies of this one. And this one is incomplete, missing the back cover. And then we got Dizzy Desserts. Or, oh, sorry, not Desserts. Desires. Dizzy Desires. And this is Adventures of Faller Brushman. Dizzy Desires. It looked like desserts just because I'm reading it backwards. Okay, that's cool. And then I got a second copy of this one as well. I might, maybe in my giveaway, I'm thinking about maybe throwing those in. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet about that, but they are fun. And then there's one more that I got. And this one is actually an upgrade. When I saw this, I was like, wow, that's in really great condition. I have this already, but this is kind of a cool book, and it's another one of these Tijuana Bibles, but it's a higher grade copy. getting Tijuana Bibles that aren't kind of falling apart is quite difficult. And when I saw that there was actually a nice copy of this book, I didn't realize it was all wrapped up like this thing. It's like here, it's like really well wrapped. I figured I should pick it up just because it's a high grade copy of a very cool key book, actually. Key book for a Tijuana Bible, which is weird to say. Okay, so I gotta kind of fiddle with this a bit. But yeah, but this one is a really interesting book once I get it out. Okay. I think I got through all the plastic now. And, oh, it's actually 2 books. So the first one is Fritzy Ritz, which I didn't have. So this is Hollywood. Okay, and it's just a really nice one. It's in actually pretty good shape, actually. These are, as I said, usually pretty rough, but this one was in really good shape. I have another copy of it, and really, really low grade. This was actually cheaper and in higher grade. Does have the stain, but I hope that's not. Well, hopefully that's not nothing too disturbing. But yeah. So this is I'm a Pushover presents Betty Boop in Improvising. Now this is kind of the closest we get to a first appearance of Betty Boop. So Betty Boop's first appearance was in a book, which like one of those big little books or big books or whatever they're called, and it was Betty Boop Snow White. Okay, that was her first actual appearance. Her next appearance in more of a comic book like format, this is kind of more like a comic book format, was in this Tijuana Bible. So this is from 1934 or 33, around that era. So just a really cool Betty Boop piece of history. I really like Betty Boop, and I was really trying to find her first appearances. And this is maybe her first or second appearance, depending on how you want to go by it. So kind of a cool book. Definitely a fun one. And to get it in a nicer copy, like my other one is really, really rough. This one presents way better. So that was this this episode, a bit spicier. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. There's some really great stuff in the later episodes of this unboxing. So again, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye for now.